Hey guys, my name's Daniel Abke. Welcome to my channel. I really hope you enjoy it. In this video, I'm going to show you how I went from my 9-to-5 job to owning and operating over 6 different businesses, mainly in the online business and real estate world, with multiple businesses doing 7 figures a year. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what my path was to get me to the point where I'm at today, from my 9-to-5 job to owning 6 different businesses. The point of this video is to take my experiences and everything I've learned and replicate it into your own life. I myself am an online business owner, real estate investor, and general entrepreneur. Guys, if you would please take a split second to like this video below and subscribe to my channel if you want to hear all things online business, real estate investing, and entrepreneurship. All right, guys, let's get right into it. I was exposed to entrepreneurship at a very young age. My dad owned a small family business in Cincinnati, Ohio, so I worked for him growing up, and I saw what it took to be an entrepreneur and how much you had to dedicate to that. And I've always known from a very young age that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I didn't really know the path that I would take from the start to finish that got me where I am today. I didn't know if I was gonna take over his business or if I was gonna start my own, but I always knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and that was my goal and dream in life. My investing career started when I was working a sales job, and at the time I was sitting behind a desk and I had another screen that I would kind of dedicate to stock investing. So what I would do during my free time, I would buy and trade stocks. This was really my first glance of what passive income can do for you and how money can be put to work for you. So at the time I had a small salary, was not making great money, but I was super good at saving money. I saved enough money to start planning for future investments. So shortly after this, I was able to save up enough money to buy my first rental property in Cincinnati, Ohio. And this consisted of a commercial unit on the first floor. It was a salon at the time, it still is a salon. And above that was a single unit apartment. And I ended up buying this for $92,500 in a partnership with my brother. And the reason we could get it so cheap is because my realtor brought it to us and he told us to take a look at it. So we looked at it and we liked it. But it wasn't showing much income at all. So since it wasn't showing much income or cash flow, there were very few investors looking at this property at the time. So I went to tour the property with my brother, and we noticed there's active salon stylist on the first floor, and then there's an active tenant above. So I went around to each stylist and we asked how much each of them paid, and we came up with a number. And then we asked the apartment above, we got the rent from them. We shortly figured out that this property was cash flowing very well and very underpriced. So after running the numbers and doing the math, we ended up putting a very low offer on this property, way below what it was listed for. I think we put an offer about $80,000, they came back at $92,500, and we loved it at that price. So we accepted that offer. And I still own that property today. This was my very first rental property that I bought. I still own it today and it does very well for us. So that was my first real estate experience, and that really got my mouth drooling. So shortly after buying the commercial property, I invested in a single family home. I had my friend who was living in Cincinnati at the time with me and rent the bedroom out. He paid me monthly like he would be paying rent. I was able to eliminate a lot of my upfront cost at the time by splitting all the bills, and his rent pretty much covered the mortgage. By doing that house hacking with my friend, it allowed me to save a lot more money for future investments, future properties, and future businesses. I think this was a really key point in my life. So at this time where I was house hacking, I had an outside sales job. So I had a company car. I was driving around for 30 to 50 hours a week in the car. I would listen to a ton of podcasts, and I knew I wanted to start a business. I just didn't know what kind of business I wanted to start at the time. So during one of the podcasts I was listening to, they were talking about drop shipping, and not only drop shipping, they were talking about high ticket drop shipping and partnering with US suppliers, real US brands that are established here, nothing overseas. And I looked into that business model of high ticket drop shipping for quite a while, a couple weeks, dove super deep into it. After that, I found a couple guys I liked. I bought a course on drop shipping, started my store. Little did I know, after starting that store, 6 months later, I'd be profiting $15,000 to $30,000 a month. So at that time, I was making enough money to really step back from my 9-to-5 job and quit. It was tough to leave my 9-to-5 job. Unlike most people, I actually really enjoyed my job and enjoyed the people I worked with. but I knew what my passion was for and I knew what my goals were, so I had to make that jump from my 9 to 5 to my entrepreneurship life. So after quitting my 9 to 5, you have the whole day and weeks to yourself. So that really helped grow these businesses and start new businesses. And that's led me to starting dropshipping store number 2 and dropshipping store number 3 that I actually still run today. During this period, I started Kindle Publishing businesses, I've started blogging businesses, and I've started online land investing businesses. One of those businesses is a land investment business. My brother and I invest in properties across the country. We buy and sell raw vacant land, so no structures or anything on them. And we do this all remote, so none of us have been to any of the land or properties we've been to. We use local realtors, we do everything online. So the land business was a perfect fit for my already existing online business portfolio. Within about 6 to 8 months of starting my land business, we're profiting about $50,000 to $100,000 a month. A lot of my current focus is growing that land business. It fits my real estate passion and it also fits my online business passion. So currently I put a ton of time into online advertising, email marketing, and I'm continuing to buy courses all the time. I really want to emphasize that because continuous learning is a really big thing for me. I always want to be learning. Pretty much everything I've done and everything I do, I've bought courses on. I buy courses on marketing, I buy courses on email marketing, online advertisement, I buy courses on drop shipping. All the online businesses I do, I've bought several courses on. And I think this is a huge part of growth, and I'm going to continue to keep buying courses, and it's a huge part of my strategy to grow. I continue to use mentors and relationships to help grow my career and grow myself. So this year I sold my first dropshipping store number 1 that I talked about. I sold that store for $770,000, and I will have another video specifically on the process and on the sale of that business. But to sum up the numbers, it took me about 18 months to build that business. It profited about $350,000 a year, give or take a little bit. And I sold it for $770,000. So that was my first entry to making $1 million, and that was my first glimpse of what online businesses can really do. So I'm sharing these numbers with you guys because I want to be transparent and I want to share with you what owning your own businesses can do. This is not to brag, this is an entrepreneurship channel. So I want to share numbers. I'll share my failures just as much as my success. So you'll hear me talk about numbers and deep dive into profit loss. I've had several businesses tank. And I've had several businesses succeed, and I'll get into both of those. But the goal here is to be unbiased and transparent, so you'll hear me talk a lot about numbers. So a lot of my days spent currently analyzing properties. I'm very involved in the land business as well, but I'm always analyzing rental properties and looking for new things and structures to acquire throughout the country. So I get this question a lot. What is your current focus? I'd start by saying I'm very focused on real estate, my land business I'm very focused on, and my real estate investment business I'm very focused on. And then all of my other online businesses like drop shipping, I'm very focused on drop shipping still, in online advertisement and marketing. Now I consider YouTube being another online avenue that I'm exploring as well. I want to stay focused online and remote work. I'm not getting into any service industries. I'm not getting into anything like that right now, and I'm not planning on it in the near future. But all my investments that I have right now are not in the city that I'm located in. I'm down in the Tampa, St. Petersburg, Florida area. My businesses are almost all in Cincinnati, Ohio. So I'm investing from far away, and I've gotten comfortable doing that, so I'll share some knowledge there as well in future videos. Other than my online business experience and my real estate investing experience, I want to cover some topics on this channel that young entrepreneurs and just entrepreneurs in general face, some of the challenges and major hurdles we have to get over. We're all going to face the same challenges. So I want to create a community where we can kind of overcome these challenges as well. I'm also in business with family members, which a lot of people ask about how to do business with friends and family. So I have some insights and some processes of how I've gone about that in my own life. I have a wide variety of knowledge from real estate investments, from commercial properties to Section 8 properties to single family homes to flipping houses, all the way to online businesses and advertisements to just general entrepreneurship knowledge that I really think I can bring some valuable content to you. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Looking forward to seeing you all next week.